Now let's go to the Ashanti region, specifically Kumasi, because commuters are stranded at the Kumasi depot of the Metro Mass Transit as workers embark on a sit-down strike. The workers, mainly drivers and mechanics, are calling for the head of the managing director, Albert Edubuahene, for what they allege as collapsing the government agencies. The aggrieved workers complain of non-payment of salaries for over 6 months. Over 100 buses are grounded at the Metro Mass Yard with minor faults, which the mechanics say few CDs will bring the buses back on the streets. But they say that gross mismanagement has brought the giant mass transit firm to its knees. They say they won't resume work until government hears their plea. We're joined via Zoom by my colleague Asenso, who is on the ground, who has been monitoring this issue since morning. Asenso, what's the situation now?
The situation is still the same. The workers, the aggrieved workers, so to speak, are still on strike. They say they are not returning to their positions until their demands are met. What they are demanding is simple. They are all singing the same song. They say the 2.5 salary arrears must be paid to them, and then for that, they will return to their normal positions. But until then, they are not going back to work.
And what has the management of the company been saying or responding to the concerns of the workers?
The workers are saying that, first of all, they have a list of concerns, but on the top of their priority list, they're saying that, first of all, they want the arrears to be settled. 2, they also want management to ensure that all the grounded buses must be repaired to ensure that they have enough bus to run the system, because they were comparing the system to previous years, that somewhere last 2 years to last 3 years, they had like 10 to 15 buses which were running from Kumasi to Sunyani. But as it stands for now, they have like 5 buses for Kumasi to Sunyani. They also had like, let's say, 20 buses that were running from Kumasi to Obuasi. But for now, all the buses are grounded because of minor faults, which they are saying that our management attitude towards maintenance culture is very poor. So somehow they are calling for management head, and also, most importantly, their terms of conditions must also be settled. So that is what they are saying. Their concerns are simple. They want their monies to be paid to them, and also they want the buses that are grounded to be repaired so that they have at least good buses on the road to ensure that the system is okay to meet the high demand and also the competition that is on the road.
Right, Asenso, I was asking whether the management has responded to the concerns raised by the workers at all.
By the time we were leaving the yard around after midday, we tried approaching the management to find out if they will be able to meet the aggrieved workers' demand. But the manager of the Kumasi depot, Nicholas Odro, told us that he is not in a position to comment on the situation, and then he's holding on until further notice. But for now, he declined any comment for now, Araba.
And very quickly, Asen, so I know that earlier you mentioned that commuters were stranded, but paint a picture for us about the impact of this strike, because I know that the Metro Mass is one of the popular modes of transport in Kumasi.
Exactly, Araba. Most of the people who commute from Kumasi to the hinterlands really and heavily rely on the Metro Mass because, 1, they believe it's safe, 2, it's cheap. So people, especially market women and traders, would like to, transport their goods, especially perishable goods. So when we got to the yard, we saw perishable goods, lots of fruits and vegetables, lying bare on the floor at the mercy of the scorching sun. And then, so these owners of these perishable goods were frustrated. And then also, we also approached some of the commuters who came to the yard as early as 5:30 a.m. to catch the first bus. Speaking with them, they told me that they are very disappointed because they didn't know that the workers will be on sit-down strike. So they had to resort to minibuses like Trotro and Sprinter and other buses, which I spoke to one commuter who told me that these Sprinter buses actually killed his brother, so he doesn't feel safe sitting in the Sprinter bus on that long journey. So most of the commuters I encountered were quite frustrated and also disappointed, Araba.
Nanasa Semester, thank you for that update from Kumasi there, and we will be keeping our eyes on that situation and bringing you the latest on it. But that's how